Hello, tubers! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for watching Cooper's Thai Adventure. Welcome back. Today I have a special guest with me, and I've been wanting to make this interview for a while now. We met, well, I'm not going to go into how we met, but we met out here in Thailand and instantly hit it off and became great friends. And we met while both of us were on vacation at Koh Chang. And he has now been here for 1 year. His name is James. And I've been dying to pick his brains about what life is like for him in Thailand, pros and cons, and what he loves most about it. So without further ado, James, thank you for joining the show. Much appreciated,
Thanks
brother.
for having me on, Coops.
So first off, where are you from?
Well, originally born in New Zealand, and Mum and Dad moved the family to Sydney, Australia when I was 6 years old. So I grew up in Australia, so I'm more Aussie than Kiwi, really.
Okay.
But I have both citizenships.
Oh, great. So you get dual nationality.
Yeah.
Okay, just like me. I got British citizenship and American citizenship too. So what made you want to come to Thailand?
Well, it was either Thailand or the Philippines. I've got a very close friend that lives in the Philippines, and he was pretty keen for me to move over there. And I spent many holidays traveling around the Philippines, and I like the Philippines. And then August 2 years ago, or August last year, August last year, I came out to Pattaya because I'd been to many places in Thailand over the last 15 odd years. I'd never been to Pattaya, and I kind of liked it. I fell in love with the place. It's right on the beach. It's close to Bangkok. It's got great healthcare. The infrastructure's good. The food's fantastic. So I thought, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
I'll give it a go.
You have. And you are one of our youngest retirees out here. How old are you, James?
Well, I retired at 49 and a half.
49 and a half.
Yeah, I turned 50 in May last year, instantly got my retirement visa.
May this year.
May this year.
Right.
Got my retirement visa, which was easy. And then, the rest is history. So far so good. I'm really enjoying it out here.
Okay, great. And what did you used to do for work back home?
I owned a car dealership in Australia. I had 2 car dealerships and a motorcycle dealership, and I got to the point where, I got a huge passion for motorcycles and cars, and it was kind of the peak of the market. I didn't want to go through the electric car revolution that's kind of happening at the moment, so I thought, why not sell at the peak of the market? And I did. That was just a personal decision of mine.
So you sold your 3 dealerships and decided, that's it, I'm moving to Thailand.
Well, I had, prior to my last dealership, I had a dealership before that, and then prior to that, the motorcycle dealership. So the last dealership I sold was last year, and a Mazda and Suzuki dealership. And it was a great business. I loved it. My staff were like my family, really. So. And it was sad to see it go, but it was just, for me, it was just time. I didn't want to wait till I was 60 or 65. I see so many of my friends in the car industry were 60 plus, and they just dropped dead of a heart attack.
Wow.
So I didn't want to go through it's a very, very high stress game. You've got massive sales targets you have to meet. The manufacturers are very hard on the dealers. You have to go through reconstruction and showroom upgrades every 5 to 8 years, and it's very expensive. And I'd kind of had enough of it, and I just wanted to live a more relaxed life. And for me, it was easy because I've never been married, have no kids, had no commitments back home.
So no ties.
No ties. So it was easy. No ties, pardon the pun. It was easy for me to make the transition here.
Right.
Yeah.
And had you been to Thailand before?
Yeah, many times. My first trip to Thailand was just before the tsunami back in, when was that, 2001 or somewhere around there?
Yeah, that was a while ago,
yeah. And that was Phuket. But I'd never been up north to Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai. Phuket mainly, just sort of the typical Australian holiday. Yeah, but I'd never been to Pattaya, Krabi or Koh Samui, Koh Chang before. But just basically Phi Phi Island, Phuket, around that area for the standard 1-2 week holiday.
Yeah. Now I have a fear of heights. Me here, and, they got a lot of high-rise condominiums, and it really scares the bejeebies out of me when I go film these high-rise condominiums. And you happen to love it.
Yeah, look, I love the view. I mean, I live basically on the beach. I'm on the 42nd floor.
42nd floor.
And you guys can go back and watch the video. Cooper did a video of my condo.
Yeah, I did. I filmed your condo.
And look, I used to be scared of heights when I was younger.
Really?
Then I went skydiving and bungee jumping, and that cured it.
I'm not doing either one. No.
So I'm not scared of heights anymore.
You're not scared of heights?
No, I'm not scared of heights anymore.
But doesn't it take like forever to wait for the elevator in one of these buildings?
Sometimes. I mean, it's high season now, so we've got a few more people in the building. So, but they're super fast elevators. Like you can go. I go from the first floor up to the 42nd floor in about less than a minute.
Less than a minute.
Yeah, it flies up.
Wow.
Yeah. It's super quick. But at the same time, if you've got people that are stopping halfway through, if they go to the gym or the swimming pool
on different floors.
Yeah, on midway. Yeah, it might take a couple of minutes, but
they're super fast.
Yeah, they're super fast. It doesn't ruin your day.
And with the high-rise condominiums, you tend to get a lot more amenities in the high-rise than you do in these low-rise condominiums, like where I live.
Well, I mean, look, all condos have got a gym, they've got a swimming pool, they've got a recreational area. I mean, where I am, there's 2 swimming pools, 3 actually. There's 2 on the ground floor, 1 at the front of the building, 1 at the rear, which is kind of good because in the morning it's shady, and then you can go in the afternoon and get if you want the sun, so you can just swap over. I got pretty fair skin. I burn pretty quick, so I tend to like the shade. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also have the infinity pool on level 36 or something, is it?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's a pretty cold pool because it's always out of the sun.
Yeah.
But it's always empty. There's no one ever there. So if you want a bit of peace and quiet, and they got chairs inside the pool, so you can relax, read a book, whatever you want to do, and it's good. Yeah,
and if you haven't seen the video I made with James, go back. It was about 6-7 weeks ago, and he's staying in the Riviera in Wongamat. Absolutely beautiful building. I've been there and seen it, but I'm afraid of heights. If I can get one that was on the 10th floor or below, I'd probably live there. It's a beautiful building that you got.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, and okay, so in the year that you've been to Thailand, give me some pros and cons.
Well, I guess it's a pro and a con. The first 2 or 3 months I was here, I was on holiday mode still, and that can be dangerous because when you're on holiday mode, you tend to spend a lot more money than you should.
Yeah.
Because they call them the 2-week millionaires.
Yeah.
The guys that come out here for 2 weeks and spend a fortune. I probably went a bit crazy in the first 3 months and spent way more than I should have.
So would you consider that a midlife crisis?
No, not a midlife crisis. I think I was in celebration mode because I'd sold my business.
Newly retired.
Yeah, newly retired, and I was just having fun. I'm meeting new friends. As you know, my great passion is motorcycle riding. I love driving cars, so I went out and bought motorcycles and cars and travelled around and that leads into the next point of trying to keep busy while you're here. You've got to have hobbies that you're interested in.
Yeah.
So for me, it's I do two rides per week. On a Wednesday, we go out with a bunch of Harley Davidson guys. And then on the Thursday, we go out with the sports bike guys, a bit quicker riding.
So is that sort of like a Hells Angels club you're in?
No, it's nothing like gangland stuff like that. They're just nice, down to earth guys, and we just have a bit of fun.
All retirees just chilling out, enjoying.
We generally go down to Rayong Way, Fala Beach. We have lunch down there, have a few beers, chill out, have a yarn, and jump on the bikes and cruise around. Yeah, it's cool.
So just tour in Thailand by motorbike.
It is, yeah, and we went on a tour to Koh Chang Island. We spent a weekend in Koh Chang. Then we went up to Chiang Mai.
Oh, okay. So you've been up there?
Yeah, rode the Harleys up there.
How was that?
That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, really, it's just great fun. A total different countryside. You got the mountain country, really hilly. You get up to some decent elevation, and the temperature literally drops 10 to 12 degrees, and it's nice and cool
Wow.
up there.
Yeah. I'll be looking forward to that. How was the roads going up there? I've never been up there.
The roads are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to Australian roads, they're better.
Oh, wow.
No
Okay.
potholes. We've got potholes everywhere on Australian back roads.
And no potholes, just nice smooth roads.
Nice smooth roads, yeah. I mean, you can get off the beaten track, but then you need an adventure bike. So, but yeah, stick to the main roads, and the roads up there are some of the best riding roads I've ever ridden on.
Right.
And I've ridden a lot of places around the world.
Okay, so bike hobbies. Well, what other hobbies you got out here?
I like going to the gym. So 3 days a week I go to the gym. I like to walk maybe 20 kilometers a week. So I usually break that down into 2 10-kilometer walks.
Right.
You know, and I didn't have that time when I had the business in Australia. So, you know, in the 12 months basically in the first 3 months I was here, I lost 10 kilos just like that.
Yeah, I've lost 10 as well.
And that was strictly just eating twice a day, mainly Thai food, and the portions are smaller than Western style dishes. And walking, you sweat I walk at 6:30 in the morning when the sun's coming up, and you still sweat a lot.
Yeah.
And then hit the gym a bit. So I'd like to keep a little bit active.
Yeah, and Darlene and I, we do the same. 6 o'clock every morning. We're out there at the beach doing a beach walk, and we walk the whole length of Jomtien Beach, the whole length.
That's a long beach.
It is. It's like 4 kilometers.
Yeah.
You know, a walk. You know, we sort of do 2 going down and then 2 coming back. And it is a heck of a walk, and we absolutely love it, but you're just pouring in sweat. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's an excellent workout. You know, people that, you know, aren't able to go to the gym, walking is a fantastic exercise.
Well, it is, you know, like when you're hitting 50 plus, you got to keep the body active, you know, and it clears your mind as well, and it's the perfect start to the day. Gives you a bit of energy, gives you a pickup, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's good. It's good.
Any other hobbies besides gym, walking, and motorbikes?
I don't mind the odd beer and going catching up with mates, if you call that a hobby.
Yeah, in Australia, yeah, that's considered a hobby.
Yeah, considered a hobby. I mean, I love to travel, so the first year has gone so fast, I can't believe it. You know, I was planning to go down to Krabi and visit more places up north, which I will do. But yeah, I mean, I've got time to do that. So, you know, you're going on a cruise ship on Friday, which would be fantastic. So I'll probably come on the next one.
September, yeah. We're going to be going up to Iceland to go see the Northern Lights.
Yeah,
it's on our bucket list, something we both want to see. And so we're going to be going up to Norway and getting on the ship there, and then going around Iceland, and then I think it goes into Southampton in England, and then we fly back home.
Yeah, perfect.
So thoroughly looking forward to that. And we got quite a lot of subscribers that want to come with us, so you're more than welcome to join us. And if you're watching the video and you're into cruise ships, you're more than welcome to join us too.
Maybe fill the whole ship up with subscribers.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. In the year that you've been here, is there anything that you would change?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's taken me a while to slow down.
Right.
You know, in the West, whether it's Australia, the US, UK, everything is rush. Get it done now. And me being on the on a sales side of business, everything was just do the deal now, get it done now, have to do it now. It's taken me, and I'm still not probably at the level I want to be, just to slow right down. Because the Thais are such gentle, kind people. You know, don't get frustrated with the traffic. Don't get frustrated with sorry sir, we've run out of stock or stuff like that. And I guess, just never get angry with the Thais. Just accept the way it is. If you can adapt like that, accept their way of living, you're gonna really like it here.
Yeah.
So I'm still slowing down from my 25 years in the industry of high pressure. It does take time to adapt, and
yes, it does.
Yeah, and it's a huge learning experience.
Now, you've been to the States and also England?
Yeah, I've been to the States. I went there in 2018. I bought 2 cars, and with the plan of driving a 1968 Corvette across America. But as soon as I jumped in the car and drove, I went, this is a piece of shit. It looked beautiful, but it's not the type of car you want to take on a 6,000 mile journey. So
Right.
I ended up putting both cars. I bought a 68 F250 as well. Put them on a truck, shipping container straight back to Australia, and then hired a new car and drove it across with an old mate of mine.
Yeah, so you missed the creature comforts of the new car when traveling that far.
You don't realise how good we've got it until you jump in a car from the 1960s.
Yeah.
The creature comforts in new cars these days are they're fantastic.
I know. I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I had a dream of owning a '69 Mustang.
Yeah.
Fastback.
Yeah.
That was my ultimate car I wanted to own.
Yeah.
And primarily for two reasons. Number one, it's a Mustang. I love Mustangs.
Yeah.
Number two, it was the year I was born, '69. So I
Perfect.
wanted the '69 Mustang. And I loved that car until I owned it.
Yeah.
And when I owned it and I drove it, I thought, oh my God, how did people my dad's age drive this
these
car
cars, yeah.
and be comfortable on a long drive?
Yeah, terrible steering.
Yeah,
terrible,
rack and pinion steering,
Yeah.
bucket seats.
terrible brakes. They can't handle. But for me, they're works of art because the design of cars back then was so beautiful. All modern day cars today all pretty much look the same.
Yeah.
Everything's plastic. They don't have chrome. There's no chrome.
No.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had all the chrome on it, and I had the white wall tires
Yeah,
on there.
exactly. Big V8 engine.
Big V8 engine. It's super cool car. Got a lot of looks, but my God, it wasn't very comfortable to drive. But I still loved it all the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So other pros and cons, I guess. Set your budget.
Right.
But have a huge buffer. If I could give my personal advice, set what you think you're going to live on, add another 25%.
Okay.
Because there's always going to things are going to pop up. You might get sick. You might end up in hospital. If you don't have health insurance, you got to cover health insurance. You need an emergency fund.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you
Definitely need an emergency fund.
Because life sometimes throws things at you that you're not ready for, and you've got to be prepared to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still single, right?
I am still single.
He's still
Yes.
single,
Yes.
and he's been here a year. But what he's done is he's just engulfed his life in hobbies and given him basically me time.
Yeah, me time. I mean, Coops and I bought a jet ski, a couple of months ago. So that's another hobby we have. We go out a couple of times a month, and we were out a week or so ago with some subscribers and had a great day.
Yeah.
Out on the water. That's another thing. I love the water sports as well. Everything that's available in the West is available here in Thailand. Everything you want to do, whether it's
Any hobby that you may have.
You want to race if you want to race cars, there's a racetrack out at Bira. You want to race motorcycles, you can race them at Bira. You can hire the track for 1,500 baht a day. It's cheap as chips.
Yeah. So that's about $45 thereabouts.
Well, per rider
Yeah.
you pay 1,500. So, if you're into travel, you can jump on a plane and go to Vietnam, Laos. Everything in Southeast Asia is so close. For $100 you can fly to the Philippines. It's cheap as chips. So,
it is.
For me, travel-wise, that's the tip of the iceberg. I've been having too much fun here. So, yeah.
And how hard or easy has it been to make friends out here?
Well, you got to choose your friends wisely, as they say. There's Pattaya's got a mix of good and bad people, like everywhere in the world. So, I like to think of myself as a person that can read someone pretty quickly. So, you don't need a whole bunch of friends. You just need a bunch of kind friends that have your back if you need some help. And I've got a good circle of friends, including yourself. You've been a great mate.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you're a fantastic friend. And Darlene, my wife, has made some quick fire questions.
Here we go.
Okay, and so this is called Fast Talk.
So what have I got to do for fast talk?
Answer one of the two. Lights on, lights off.
Both.
Sex or chocolate?
Sex.
With companion or alone?
Alone.
Cheap or expensive?
Cheap.
Short hair or long hair?
Short. I'll interrupt. Guy or girl?
No, first one that comes into your mind. That's
me.
all it
I
is.
prefer short hair on myself.
Okay. Shy or bold?
Bold.
Chubby or petite?
Petite.
Looks or personality?
Both.
Both. Hey, now you got to choose one. Come on, it's got to be
Looks.
one answer. Looks. And final one, widow or mistress?
Mistress.
Mistress.
Mischievous.
Mischievous. And thank you for my wife, Darlene. She thought it'd be a little bit of fun, having a little speed round there at the end. And thank you for all of you for joining us. James, absolutely pleasure,
Yeah.
brother.
Thanks, guys.
He's been here a year. And we've known each other for what, about 6-8 months, somewhere
At
around
least
it?
that, yeah, because we were in Koh Chang early this year. It would have been Aprilish, maybe.
Around about April, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we hit it off straight away.
Day one, yeah.
You're a great guy. You're a great companion, mate. Always good to talk to, and you're a good friend.
Yeah. And thank you, really, really appreciate it. And there you go, another happy subscriber here in Thailand. James, he feels like family to us. So do all the subscribers that we've met out here. And hopefully you'll be out here with us one day soon as well. And until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all, and take care.
Take care.